Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about my dolls, and that's literally it. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my American Girl customs. To date, I have 14, two of which are behind me, but I'm going to talk more about them when I get to the dolls who've either switched wigs or eyes with them or whatever the switch may be, because for the sake of the video, I'm considering any doll that's had their eyes or wig or both switched a custom. And that excludes CYOs because they're just a different thing altogether. And most of the dolls I'm sharing in this video will have appeared in other videos. So if you've seen any of them, there will be some dolls that are already familiar. But there are a couple I haven't shared yet. And one or two that if I have shared them, they were kind of obscured within my display. So having said that, I'm going to start with a doll who I have shared a couple times, so she's probably going to be familiar. And her name is Madison. And if you can't tell, she's the Tiana doll with Claudia's wig and eyes. And the reason I made this custom is because Tiana behind me was made from a Claudie to look more accurate to Tiana. And I've done a whole video about her, so it's probably a little redundant that I'm talking about her again. But anyway, I wanted to start with her because she's so cute, and I do love how Tiana looks with the dark eyes and the darker hair. So that's custom number one, and two technically. And next I'm gonna share a doll I've also shared a couple times before. Her name is Blossom Daniels, and she's part of Julie's world. She's made from a Truly Me 80 with a wig, an afro wig that I bought on Etsy. I used her wig on another doll you'll meet later. And in Julie's world, in my collection, she's like a rival character for Julie. So to anyone who's seen my Julie video, you have already heard this. But to anyone who hasn't, that's why I made her, why I created her. Because at the time, I didn't have Ivy in my collection, who was Julie's best friend. So instead, I made her, I don't know if frenemy is the right word, but just somebody who's as good at basketball and everything else that Julie's good at. So she's just, instead of being friends, they're just kind of like, oh, she's as good as I am. And besides, Julie already has a best friend, and Blossom probably has plenty of friends too. And next I'm going to show a doll I haven't shown yet. Well, I've shown her in my collection video, but she was really obscured because of how she's displayed. And her name is Hannah. She was made to be a friend to Nikki. She's made from, which Truly Me is she? I wrote this down. She's made from Truly Me 111, and I used the wig. I did a wig swap with Truly Me 124, who is Jasmine. Oh, she can't even see her because of Madison. Anyway, so Jasmine, back there, is wearing her wig, or what was her wig. So, because I wanted Jasmine to have more hair than Truly Me 124 comes with. And I thought, oh, that's perfect for my 90s themed doll, because parted in the middle flat hair was, all over the place in the 90s. I don't know about 1999, 2000, but at one point in the 90s for sure. So she's wearing a mix of Nikki's meat outfit and skateboarder outfit. The pieces, really, they're the throwaway pieces from what I put on my Nikki doll, because Nikki's one of my favorites. And so I wanted her to have my favorite parts of her outfits and to have a couple of friends, because you are going to meet another one of Nikki's friends later, who I've already introduced, but she's going to come at, just warning you, there'll be repeats, and that's one who's coming up. So I think that would be 5 technically, because 5 of the 14. And you know what? I might as well just show Nikki's other friend, because she's very cool, very popular. Her name is Onika, and she's made from what I once thought was a PC, a Pleasant Company Addy. But now that I have a proper Pleasant Company doll and I have Anniversary Addy, I can tell that this was probably an Anniversary Addy or a Mattel Addy before the anniversary. When I got her, she was in pretty rough shape. Like her wig was her wig was bad. Her wig was dry, needed some care. And I didn't mind because I had found this wig. Somebody was selling it on a Facebook American Girl in Canada doll group. And it's something I've told this entire story before, but let me just say it for anybody who hasn't seen it. The wig was being sold by somebody I'd purchased from before. She's not far from me. She's just like a 20-minute drive, literally up the same street I live on. And when I saw it posted, I was just like, flee, like run, get it. And I loved it so much. I looked up now that there's a tag inside the wig cap that says Monique Collection. People often ask, I don't know what that means, Monique Collection, but that's the name, that's the tag inside the wig cap. And as you can see, I put her in Nikki's encore, what they called the New Year's Eve outfit for her, but the encore from, I don't know, I think it was a 90s outfit. Obviously it would have been a 90s outfit. That's why she's wearing it but that's why it's in Nikki's collection. And then she just got a necklace I found on Etsy. She's holding Nikki's glasses, and she's got a backpack that looks very Vans, very 90s from the CYO accessory pack. And I named her Onika because I didn't tell this before because it's kind of a weird story to tell. But anyway, I tell weird stories all the time. Her name is Onika because in junior high, I had a friend named Onika, and she spoke very slowly. Like she had this very calm, almost like country kind of like mood to her voice. And I always talk very fast. And I knew that when I was a kid. And then sometimes when I'm watching back these videos, I'm like, no one's going to understand me. I'm a motor mouth. So when we would talk with each other, people would feel, well, they would say like, oh, it's like playing on different speeds. Like, how do you even talk to each other? So that's where the name has that significance. She doesn't remind me of Onika or anything, but that's where the name has significance to me and why it's funny. I have a doll named that in my collection. But I also didn't realize that I named her Onika, which is Nicki Minaj's real name, and Nicki is her best friend. So it's funny that it's Nicki and Onika, but that was just a coincidence, I promise. So now I'm up to 6 of my 14. It's going faster than I thought it would with the way I talk. Okay, so I'm going to reintroduce a doll I just introduced really recently. His name is Billy. He's part of, as you can tell, obviously, he's part of Mary Ellen's world. So I'm not going to get into his whole character and stuff like that because I already have a video where I sound unhinged explaining the whole drama with those dolls. But I can tell you that he is truly me 75, and he's wearing Mary Ellen's cowboy Halloween costume and just the old, the Truly Me pants the boy dolls used to come with. They're just like jeans, and I think they came with some kind of gray polo, something like that, if I remember correctly. And I removed the paint because it's 71, right? I said 77 earlier, didn't I? No, he's not 71. Why don't I know that? Did I write down the wrong number? He's 75. I'm so sorry. Okay, if you've seen my videos before, you know this is not even as bad as I get. So he was 75, so he's made from the Jess mold, and he had painted corners in his eyes. Not all of the East Asian coded dolls have those corners, so I removed them, and he is still, so he's half East Asian. He's Vietnamese and Caucasian or white. And I think that covers everything I need to say about Billy. And like I said, I have 14 dolls, which means there are going to be 6 on each side of me. So I'm trying to keep that in mind when I place them all. Where should I? No, I'm going to put him over here. He's going to have to cover Madison, but she's been here a while. You've seen her. I'm not standing up correctly. Gotta figure this out. Okay, and so next I'm going to introduce a doll. There are 2 of the base on here. So I should have introduced one of them sooner so they're spread out. His name is Tobias. He goes by Toby because he's young. And you probably can't even see how he's been customized from there. But he is one of my Truly Me 77 dolls. And I recently gave him hazel eyes, which I think are so captivating on him. So I have to get him as close as possible so you can see that he actually has been customized. He's wearing a CYO outfit with a handmade hat that I got in a Facebook doll group with an outfit that my only 77 that I kept as 77 without customizing is wearing. And I have him displayed in the shoe tower, the shoe tower display. So that's why I didn't want to take these out of his hand. I tried to remove all the doll's accessories just so there isn't so much chaos up here. But these will be hard to get back on him. So let me put him in front of Blossom, because you're going to meet another 77 later. And next I'm going to go with a doll I've recently shared, but you probably didn't see her, and I'll explain why. So this is Heather. And I'm so proud of this custom. I was so proud of the video I made. She's from a Nanea mold, which was Truly Me 120, I believe. Yeah, Truly Me 120. And I did like an unboxing and I did a wig try. I like did this really long drawn out video of her. And for some reason, the video, YouTube didn't like it or something didn't like it, because there's the YouTube Studio app that sort of like, if you follow it, it tells you how you're doing. And it kept sending me these notifications that, people didn't, my video was performing poorly. And I was just like, it was telling me to come up with a better title, come up with a better thumbnail. And I was like, I felt like it was trolling me after a while. So I had to turn off the notifications, because I was just like, people don't want to watch it. They don't want to watch it. But that's why I'm really glad to put her on another video, because maybe people will see this one and get to see how cute she is. She wasn't my intention when I customized her. I had something completely different in mind. And like I said, I showed her in a few looks on that other video, which was only, I think, 2 weeks ago when I posted it. So it's still very fresh. If this makes you curious to go see it. And yeah, when I tried all the different wigs on her, nothing was working. And then I put this wig on her as a joke to myself, because I don't really like this wig and I did not think it would look good on her. And when I put it on, I was like, wow, she looks so cute. And this whole burst of an image came to me of how to dress her. And I thought, you know what? I have space in Courtney's collection. I have so much extra clothes in Courtney's collection. So it was like, oh, okay. Fate, the doll customized herself. She knew it would work and I was wrong. And so I think next I should go with a doll I have shown in my collection, my doll room tour, but I've never really talked about her properly. And her name is Lupe. I bought her, okay, so she's a classic mold, as you can see, which she's one of the no hair dolls, no wig dolls, which was Truly Me 71. So she's like medium skin tone, brown eyes, no hair. And the reason I bought her was because it was another Facebook doll group wig sale, and I was like, black hair, short black hair, bob with black bangs. I don't have any dolls with any hair, or I don't even think American Girl has any short black bobs with bangs. So I was like, I need that wig. I love black hair. I love, having my dolls look a little bit different from each other, even though it doesn't look like it sometimes. So I had to buy this doll. I had to buy this doll, yeah, for this wig, because I bought the wig loving the wig. And so when I first got her, I think it was back in last fall. Like, it would have been early winter. It would have been around Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. Sorry, Dia de los Muertos. And I get so uncomfortable on camera trying to say things with proper accents. I don't know why. So I chickened out last time. I just said Day of the Dead. But anyway, she was wearing that outfit for the season. And then this was the cute little casual outfit I found for her, also on the doll Facebook group. I think the same person I got that wig from. As I've said, I bought from her before. So I'm glad I can finally talk about her a bit. And she's a sister character in my head to, his name is Pedro. He's in my Joss world. I've shown him. He's not a custom. He was just a Kaya who I bought in bad shape for like $15 Canadian, and cut off his hair because it was really rough, and washed him up, and was like, okay, he's going to have to be a boy because I couldn't save his hair. And now I'm going to move on to my next custom, which I've also shown recently. The same way I showed her was like an evolution that I showed on different videos. And her name is Evan. So I probably don't need to say much about her, because I've had like community posts about her, and she's been on a couple videos already, but she's so pretty. She's Truly Me 106, and I bought this wig in a lot. I know it's an American Girl wig. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but that's all I did was I just put a wig on her, parted it in the middle, gave it a little trim so that it's even, because it's longer on one side, obviously, if it's a side part, and I put her in this cute little outfit. Her name is short for Evangeline, and she doesn't like the name, so she goes by Evan, even though I don't know why she doesn't like the name. It suits her. But I'm talking like this doll talks to me, tells me things, but I'm just saying, like, that's what I see when I look at her. She doesn't like her name. So that's Evan, who I've already shown a couple times. So repetitive. So do I have... Okay, so I've shown this doll a couple times too. His name is Antoine, but I've recently... just today actually, I redid his eyes, because he had off-brand eyes. They were light brown. They were very cute, but they made him look like he was doing this. Like they weren't the right size for him. So then I put in gray eyes, and I think he looks amazing. Like, is he close enough? Are you taking it all in? Because he looks so good with these eyes, but maybe it's just because it's new. And you could probably tell from the outfit that he's part of Julie's world as well. I think I already said his name's Antoine. He's my other Truly Me 77. And so I would have introduced him in my Julie and Friends video like I did with Blossom, but at the time he had different eyes. And I explained more of his story, which of all the dolls to fall, the one who my channel hates. Anyway, so before it turns into a domino effect, I'm going to move on to the next doll. If I can get them all to stand up now. I should put doll stands on all of them, not just the ones with like floppy legs, like my Onika over there. Okay, so I have one more before my latest custom I'm so excited to share because I haven't shown her at all. So this doll, I've shared her before. Her name is Darini. She is one of my BFF, like I have a lot of dolls who are just paired off as BFFs. She was originally, I have to look it up on my paper where I wrote down, Truly Me 109. I gave her Truly Me 80s wig and parted in the middle as I love to do. And something I've said in other videos is that because my partner's Indian and I'm white, I subconsciously have made all these like BFF pairs, like pairing off dolls with one being Indian and one being white. And it's not really changing up much, but to make her feel more unique or diverse or whatever, I moved her story. She's now from AP instead of UP. So she's South Indian, and I gave her a Telugu name. So she's no longer a Hindi speaking character or first language character. Her first language will be Telugu. That was something I haven't said before because I'm like, that's a kind of a ridiculous detail to share. But I think I'm trying to fill in all the gaps of my ridiculous storylines for my dolls in this video. And as you can see, she's wearing Kavi's yoga outfit with Lila's meat shoes. Yes, you can see them. And that's all I think I have to say about her. And I can finally show my latest custom. Her name is Margarite. And I'm so excited because she is so cute. I made her from a Truly Me 91 with 106's wig and dark brown eyes. And it's so nice because what's nice about her is she's the Sonali mold with the darkest skin tone, so 35. And instead of having the purple hair and the gray eyes, that's the doll she was made from, there's now a more like natural looking Sonali mold doll with the darkest skin tone. So she's set up in Joss's world, which also has Corinne's ski gift shop, I think it's called. And she works there. Don't ask me why there's a ski shop in the middle of like Joss's beach world, but maybe there's a mountain there. It's like a it's like a beach at the bottom of a mountain. That exists, right? So now I've shared all my customs to date. I mean, it's going to change. It's like I just did his eyes today, so even though he was already a custom, I'm constantly adding to my collection. So my channel is like becoming a time capsule of what my collection was then, because when I started this video, when I started this channel, I think I had about 80 dolls. And with my birthday, I just did a video where I was opening up my birthday gifts to myself. And that brought my count up to 100 dolls now. Like I have exactly 100 dolls, which means in the 3 months and a bit that I've had this channel, that's 20 new dolls. So I think this might actually be a good thing for me, having this channel, so I can see how bad my collecting habits are. Well, no, they're not bad. They're good. But I'm saying like just to pay attention to how often I buy dolls and customize them and everything else. Because anytime I'm really deep into dolls, I end up personalizing or customizing. And with these dolls, it's actually really fun because, once you build up the courage to pop off wigs and pop out eyes and put them back in, it's a lot of fun. And you can make such unique dolls. And you just have to space it out so that you give your thumbs time to heal, because wow, getting the eyes back in, it's so much harder than popping them out or, changing a wig, which can also be painful. So leaving it on this note, I want to leave her in the center of the screen because she's perfect. So if you watched, thanks again. See you next time.